Already?
To this reign of terror
What
that
the?
Donk has brought
How
to
long did I talk about for?
far. The first map goes Team Spirit's way, and now they're heading into Ancient. This is
what
Team Spirit's
hell?
pick, and a grand final awaits them if they can bring down the Falcon.
Grand final in the final Boston phase, if they can get there.
Fucking A.
Chopper's going to be piling up some utility. Execute coming in for the pistol round.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here comes that utility.
Yeah, I swear I only talked for 30 seconds, no?
Donut smoke is going to cause a couple of problems for Falcons.
Sheepers, creepers.
And a couple of decisions to be made. And there is no donut smoke yet. Eventually it will land. That's the second smoke coming in.
Spirits is map.
So Donk swings out. There's the pistol. Started off strong again from Donk.
Nice.
And that clock don't stop. Donk pushes forward, breaks through the A defense, and has pushed Falcons completely away.
Now he's got two guns. Let's see what he can do with it. If you're Falcons, like, do you even go for this retake?
I mean, you can't hear him scream on the stage this time, but you're hearing the shots ringing out of those Julies, and you know you don't want to go back into this, but you have to face the Donk. And he stays outside of Donut. Man. Snappy's a little further back in that position, but Donk is getting itchy feet. He wants to move into spawn. The Jewel Beretta is brought down by Magisk. A second headshot picked up by the Dame. But the time is just ticking on too far. This round is slowly expiring, but Snappy goes on to default and will die in that same position. Fleeing the scene, Team Spirit run away.
I actually don't even think Falcons really wanted to go for that until Magisk gets two long-distance kills. And like, all right, well, I guess we are. I guess we're here. We might as well. But it doesn't matter. Shut down immediately afterwards.
What I'm scared about, chat, this map is very
lead.
Opsided, especially with the new update. You can actually hold angles again.
When he just gets going.
Shiro, Bad Anubis, Sun Payas was the only guy delivering.
And it turns out you still can hear those screams.
You're still going to hear it a little bit.
They have the better AWP right now.
Round coming in, forced by from Falcons. So now if we turn our gaze over to the Falcons after the first map of Anubis,
here we go.
It's who's going to join Sun Payas.
That's what I'm saying.
Providing some resistance to this Team Spirit.
Nice.
That's a beautiful shot. Smoke blown open and Magix gets deleted.
Oy, oy, oy.
Playing hot potato, Magix.
Who won first map? Spirit. It's match map for Spirit.
Descends on the map. Madden's brought down to 22. And Team Spirit is slowly going to work their way in towards A main. There's no resources here for Falcons. None of the defense is positioned at this bomb site. So looking to be nice and easy and clean for Team Spirit.
Falcons. How are there so many dong signs?
The cave aggression. Buying extra time for this round to be confirmed as comfortable.
Doesn't make any
Team
sense.
Spirit.
Are dong fans introverts?
Molly to clear out CT.
Oh, I'm going way too
deep.
deep.
Emotions. And they'll stay composed as they put that bomb down. And Falcons have shown that they're willing to go for the second round force buy on the CT side.
I don't get
Pretty much all the time. We've seen it against ENCE yesterday. We've seen it in the opening map here. It's a similar story though. Every time they make a gamble stack, it hasn't paid off. They have to save into the next.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a dangerous one on Anubis in the second time they tried it. And once again, Team Spirit's going to go for the hunt.
Oh, they're going to try and rip these weapons out of their hands, and it's the best weapon for that job.
Oh,
the
man.
MAC-10 set up with a flash. Chopper swings on through.
Nice,
it's
Shiro.
one collective for Chopper.
4v2.
Shiro makes sure that he gets.
Oh, they're saving already. I'm done myself.
And there's no one else inside of that cave, so they'll.
Sorry, Chad. I'm a little bit fries right now,
That's a
bro.
nice weapon taken away, though. That's the FAMAS. Could have been a little bit dangerous moving forward. Good hunt at the end of the day to grab 2 extra kills, and it's 2-0. Anubis started out, what, like 9-1 in the favor of Team Spirit, 8 rounds in a row, something crazy like that. Falcons have to make sure that doesn't happen. And I guess that's kind of the scary factor they're going to have to face. Remember, they had to use all 3 timeouts in the first half of Anubis as well. They need to be able to adapt, and they need to find some success way, way earlier on.
Wow.
Sampaius, when he has the scout, is often very good at getting some tags out, at least. And when he does that, he softens up his opponents for some of these pistols to become
13-0, $3,000 giveaway.
And Sampaius can get himself in a position to do so in this kind of round, and that really
Everybody
is
knows
their
the
only
rules.
hope.
Shout out to Dave Fortnite.
Magic
one bite
taking
pizza reviews.
a backseat over the years in this Team Spirit side, especially with the acquisition of Donk and Shiro. But he was the player that had the most stylish display of firepower on map 1. He's charging out of cave, holding down mouse 1 and clearing out with a Galil. Cleans up that defense, allows the pathway to be safe for Team Spirit to put the bomb down.
Refresh.
Once again,
I got you,
some
little cappuccino. Zack.
A little bit of utility to cover their advancement.
No problem.
Confidently taking fights. Boros is going to shift over. He's just outside of Jaguar. Sunpius going to try and keep the scout alive. But no resistance quite yet. Team Spirit haven't had a whole lot of obstacles in these first
why
two
are we
rounds.
getting political, chat? Why are we getting political?
Sunpius is running back to spawn.
Whoa. I ain't Hasanabi,
Donk
bro.
doesn't like that fight.
I'm just watching some
Don't know if
CS,
he's
bro.
seen him, but should have seen at least the toes. And yeah, the swing comes out to peek him, and Sunpius moves off that angle just at the right time, and Boros is given nothing. Now, I will be watching Boros closely on this CT half. He made some peculiar maneuvers
Peculiar.
from both halves
I
of
love
Anubis
that
that left Snappy looking frustrated. And that is a criticism that has been put out there about Boros in his game. We know he's got all that skill, but he's completely raw.
Well, he's got some catching up to do. There's just another really young talent as well, and you can see the potential in terms of his skills, but a lot of catching up in terms of decision-making, reading the game as well. And his whole thing is he's got to carve out a place in this team, because when you're surrounded by these players who have won championships, guys who have won a major winning coach, you don't get a whole lot of leeway. You don't get a whole lot of time to figure it out. So Boros has his own level of pressure weighing down upon his shoulders. Falcons have control of mid. That's Magisk and Boros working in tandem. Snappy is in Jaguar as well behind smoke.
Oh, Sunpius. It's on the wrong side right now. Bomb towards speed.
Snappy is sprinkling bullets down at lane, but it's all fight. And Sunpius, he held the angle, but Zontix rips apart that up. And now Magic senses a gap in his B-bomb site defense, so he pushes forward as he does so often, setting up Dawn for that follow-up kill.
3v2.
And as he falls, Shiro answers, and the bomb will be planted for Team
Can't
Spirit.
save every round, Falcons.
Falcons have got to go for this one, and Magisk has got the blind side. Shiro wasn't seeing that.
He's the only one there. They got to be a little bit careful. Zontix is coming over slowly, but there's no one defending this bomb at the moment, really, except for Chopper.
They got to piece that together soon. They're
That's
going to realize
flash.
Zontix was far away. Last spotted towards that A-bomb site, and Boros holds. And just as we call his name,
A 2v3 retake.
Impact on Ancient.
Solid.
That's curious, though. Team Spirit, two players
Regis, that's my espresso.
They got everything they wanted
That's
in
my
terms of the
driller.
injuries, in terms of the trades.
Right there.
But staying
Just
way
like that.
too spread out for too long in that post play.
That's my boy,
Falcons
bro.
have an easy avenue back in.
I wish it was Phil right. Oh my days. I would shut this right now for him, bro.
Very early on.
I'll tell you what, though.
It's
I
not
can't believe
Vortex, Woody.
Zontix ripped
Is it?
Sunpius' head off quite
It was
like
another
that.
That is
person.
incredible.
I think.
That angle is so favored to the AWPer.
Was it?
We talked about holding angles in this update.
Yeah, that was someone
Decreasing
else.
that Peaker's advantage, while Zontix still shows Spirit can rock it.
Man, boss.
Exchanges in utility thrown down middle.
Check the combo, Woody.
The B lane is a blanket of fire and bombs.
Dunk.
Donk doesn't care about the elbow pressure. He knows he's got a timing to get out to those bottom boxes. But will they read it? Will they predict it? It doesn't even matter if they're looking right at him, because Donk is faster on that trigger, and his teammates are with him. He's never alone.
What is that RBG?
He's
Why is that
always got the
Envio solo on the
Spirit
scope?
beside him. And 3v3 established off the early skirmish.
I like that hustle as well from Shiro, chasing down Magisk, forcing him back in towards Donut, forcing him to use a smoke just to get away. And they'll come back to it. Shiro can provide a lot of cover with these lines of sights. It's Snappy who's isolated in Jaguar. When is his moment?
Snappy's hearing steps. He's gathering information on the movements of Team Spirit. He will have heard that descent down into middle. But he knows Magix is still in the B lane, and while he stands, Snappy cannot make his move.
Brazil vibes.
Peak.
Where?
Timing favors Snappy.
Furia isn't even playing. Broad starting Furia chant.
I think he spotted the shoulder. I think he pulled him into that play, made the footsteps so that Snappy would get out of position, and now it's all on Magix.
And from the big box, he's a big round here.
Oh,
Flashes
Magisk.
over, sound made.
He's so good.
Magisk with the
Shiro 1v2. Shiro knows how to clutch, right?
It's a 1v2 ahead of him, and this time he's got
2
a little
bullets,
time
2
to play
enemies.
with. He'll sprint towards the side, switches to the AK-47 instead by Magisk with a magical round.
Decent
Holds
try,
in the
decent.
big box, and where they need him to step up most, he's right there.
There it is. There's a little bit of life and all that experience. Good round from Magisk, saving the day. Essentially in a 1v3 at that B bomb site. Uses trickery and positioning to win it out. It all started in middle. The trade game. And Matt just ends this round with all 5 kills, an ace, as he's puts it together.
Respect.
And yeah, that's an appreciative glance from Donk. He said he wanted to play against Magisk. Got a little taste of it there for the first time in this series.
Donk impressed.
Now he sees his game on the stage from a different perspective. Will have sat at home as a young teenager watching Magisk lift major trophy after major trophy. And
Bro, the referee just yawned. You saw that?
On your screen, Zonic.
Aber Platz tied in the Semifinal. Hä? Was? Warum? Hallo? 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 Hallo?
Now it's his time. And that is the story of
Refresh.
stories to be made. And Snappy plays towards the ramp. It's an MP9 letting off the leash at this point. He's going for that. And Donk stops him from making a move down B. And now he'll make his move up the ramp because he senses danger. And he wants an attack on Madden. Donk is delivering again. And he keeps on going. This little Siberian psychopath once again getting through the bomb site.
He's from Siberia?
Blasting through the Falcons' defense.
Well, we heard it from Elige. Everything he does is simple. He just does it really well. And this is just aggressing into the bomb site without a whole lot of support. Not waiting for flashbangs. Not caring about the perfect smokes. Just hitting headshots.
Wait, what?
And Falcons, their mentality before this series began was very much, Donk is going to have his rounds. Let's not let it frustrate us.
Such a fast swing, takes out the shot of the AWP, and now on the chase, now on the hunt. Donk is unrelenting, looking to devastate him, but Sampaius impales him, pushes him back, keeps that AWP, and it's essential that Falcons have those weapons.
What is Siberia?
It is a one-track mind for Donk. Swing right through the smoke.
There we go. That makes a lot of more sense.
Don't respect it. Don't be afraid of it.
Guys, I was trolling.
And opens up the bomb site for his team, 4-2.
Comparisons to be made with Odyssey about his first step up on the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice stage. He made it all the way to the grand final. The stage didn't scare him. Donk could have an even better performance, and that comparison will go on.
Falcons chose to fight for mid and progress towards B to take control of this lane. That's all their resources, all their players at mid and B.
I did not pay attention.
Now they can hustle back. Boros will be here. Sampaius is going to have to step in front of a smoke that surely lands in that position. Here comes the execute, but Sampaius is in transition over to Temple.
Donk.
You know what he can do on this side of the map when he's given the opportunity. The first kill for Sampaius, the second's a miss. It goes between the legs, and now he sees a double molly fly towards him. He's cancelled out for the moment. They now focus on the Western
Ohnepixel, bro.
What the hell? He runs right
only
through
minus 25.
And he comes away with his life somehow. And they're not stopping.
What the fuck?
Every smoke. The Swagger on display.
Only Sampaius.
Sampaius now left in his clutch. He was last detected towards the temple. It looks like he's going to pray and leave away this round.
Playing so aggressive and it just works.
There is no disengaging. Zontix pushes through CT and finishes the round in Donut.
I don't even know what you're supposed to do if you're Falcons in that scenario. Like, they're so aggressive that entire time as a group, pushing everything. Communications have to be hectic. Comms for how do you organize?
Bro, did y'all know that Siberia was in? Like, I can't be the only one, no? I swear that's like Germans don't know. I didn't learn that shit.
Themselves as they aggress towards Donut as well. All of it is just crazy.
And they're running out of ammo, having to switch to the Glock. They're just having fun up there, playing the Counter-Strike they want to play.
I didn't know. That's my boy, bro.
And it's taking them a step closer to a grand final. That's the first time out here for Falcons.
No.
The first
the
time
only guy who said I didn't know either
well,
has a picture of Breakstone, a mobile game. Get it now on Google Play. His thumbnail is an ad.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb as hell. It was pretty good. And I think after that round, I think it's frustration more than anything that Zonic might want to calm down. With all those pushes, with not enough people able to actually stop Team Spirit from aggressing into the retake, as crazy as that sounds, that'll start getting under the Falcons' skin. This crowd trying to get Falcons
ad placement 5 at you
a little energized.
The
chants that were supporting Ents last night have transferred over. Boros with a double dig to start this round.
What?
Picks up a spoil of war off the ground. M4 now in his hands instead. Magix defends the ball, but he fails to do so. Madden overruns him.
Guys,
with that
it was
5-7.
pistols only.
We've seen Falcons run this against Ants yesterday. They were able to come out with pistols, pick them up, and get rounds in the bag. And now in a 2v4, it's not looking too good for Team Spirit to try and recover this one.
Dunk that, no chance.
Question is going to be Boros with that M4. On the other side of the map. Now starting to shift as Snappy gets information, but quick kills at this B bomb site might make it easier. But now the game is up. And now the flank is coming in, bearing in ever closer.
Drop out.
Chopper through the ramp. Mission impossible to recover this one. There's a big headshot. Magisk is taken out of play. 2 players on the right side. Chopper's going around the corner. He can separate these fights, and he does. Shiro bites back too, but it's all on Snappy.
Snappy 1v2.
They don't see this play.
Denies the plant.
That bomb plant now gets away. It was so important that he took a step back. He's mollied himself off. He's given himself a bit
Chopper
of
can go still.
As that molly burns bright.
Doesn't go for it.
Maybe not as much as Chopper.
Chopper.
He swings out from default, and this was a 4v2.
Snappy is gonna snap.
Pulled back by Chopper. Pulled back by Spirit.
They had
and
that.
That's the chance for Falcons slipping through their fingers.
Once again, just like the clutch on Anubis from Magix, it's just Falcons have the numbers at this bomb site, but they can't slow it down enough for Snappy to get closer, and they can't find ways to take fights together. Shiro with perfect cover for Chopper with the AWP. This is how it starts.
Disgusting.
All's well and good. Madden got one more, but look at Shiro with the AWP. Gonna take the deeper cubby, transfers over just as the follow-up peek comes in. It's beautiful.
Here we go.
And those are opportunities Falcons just desperately wish they could close on, because it would make this half a lot prettier to look at. But instead, they've got to do it on guns. They have plenty of those, but not a lot of utility behind it. They fight for mid early. They've got the mid control.
Guys,
Supplies from off the top row.
It's Spirit's map pick. Falcons is more comfortable side.
Up B ramp. They're not slowing things down whatsoever. Sliding in.
They're 2 and 6.
He finds
They're getting fucking dunked again.
He wants them. It's only Sun Pius who can shut him down.
And so Pius has to do even more than that. He pushes through the fire and the flames, and
We
this
got
time
this, bro.
steps a little too far to his death. As Magix now comes back down ramp, he knows he's occupied by Magix around the corner, and Shiro secures another round for Team Spirit. This T side is not stopping.
4x reason
Another
holder.
buy round
I
for Team
fucking hate
Falcons
you, bro.
cast to the side.
Yeah,
I hate you,
man,
bro.
I mean, the fact that Donk can just get kills
Nah,
at will
Chief.
at that B
Come
bomb
on,
site
man.
is like, what are you supposed to do? Whenever he comes up that ramp, it's just a straight up easy frag.
Gold, 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 gold! Huh? What is it?
Absolutely wild to see it.
What is
You
it?
said it. It feels like he can walk up B and get
Dude, I
kills
still don't
whenever
get
he
this
wants
ad.
them, and it's not always just because he has the.
It's all of their
superior
sponsors.
mechanics. It's because he finds.
And you
the
get
good
baited by
timing.
the sponsors.
He finds the
And you
moment
get the
where
gold.
he can
You-
strike. He's such
like,
a great
am I supposed to be
read of
like,
the game
you know what I mean?
senses it.
I feel like the two
That
rounds
doesn't
we've
make
seen
any
him
sense, I'm
really
tripping.
execute that play at the B bomb site have been almost identical. Clearing the player in the bomb site, transferring over towards long, and he's got that third fight against the AWP. It's 7-2 out of the Spirit timeout.
They're
They've got a
putting
5-round
themselves
lead
as the thing
on this
you don't
T
want to
side of
unbox.
Ancient.
Yes, you should hire Mika.
Well, a couple of options available
Sunpayers, Mag
for Team Falcons,
7.
but not ones they want
Mag
to be
7.
going for. Mag 7 for some Pius. MP9s, pistols around this.
Rush C, this ain't Valorant.
Donk out middle. There's a couple of moves he takes on the T side, all of them effective. He senses the timing to get up onto the ledge to try and help Magix, because he senses that there might be a push
Dude, I hate
down
Donk.
the B ramp.
You're jealous of how good he is.
They
Lil
might have
Bub.
already left cave, and Donk is waiting for that peek around the corner, and Snappy finds out the hard way who's waiting around the other side. Another fight for Donk, and his teammates stop that B push. The rest of the weapons for Falcons are inside of Donut, and Team Spirit have an empty B site and so much time to figure that out.
Well, you might as well start talking about the next gun round if you're Falcons, because no matter where you stop Spirit on this map, like so much of the conversation, rightly so, focused on how good Donk has been playing, but also just the tactical decisions. Like they get stopped in middle, you see a B ramp pop, and Donk gets you 2 entries.
And
Boris gets a
for
double
this.
kill in towards A main, they recover a 2v4. Like everything that Falcons does, it doesn't last throughout the whole round. Spirit as a unit is playing this game so well.
Man.
And once again, it's such a deep hole that Falcons have to dig out of.
What a
8-2
shit Eagle.
with 2 rounds remaining.
Why is there vitality stick on the worst boss?
The Falcons, we've mentioned it throughout this competition. They're not a team that's been together for long. It's not an easy team to figure out. You've got to bring a game plan of Snappy, who has been used to calling this ENCE team over the last few years, trying to amalgamate that together with the mindset of Zonic. You've got this raw player in Boros that you've got to mold for the big stage games. And you've even got all the issues of the support players too.
You've even got some vitality philosophy coming into the mix there.
Like what?
From Zonic and Magisk. So yeah, they've talked about it's going to be a long-term project. But I don't care where you are in your progress as a team, getting beat up like this hurts. Zonic with his second timeout talking things over.
She? Who said she?
Trying to patch holes in this defense as quickly as possible.
Last round they had to fight with weak guns. The round prior, they had all the weapons they wanted, but not enough utility to maintain control of mid. This time they have both the weapons
on Falcons is
and
more
the
comfortable
utility.
half.
This is the best chance for Falcons
start
to
trying,
pull back
please.
this half.
That's not even about pulling
Where's
it
my
back. It's
Lexi
just
ball?
about barely getting enough to work with.
Why
Here we
is that
go.
green K like kick?
Very important for Falcons on defense. Magisk and Boros going to be in middle. 3 players towards the B bomb site.
Full by Falcons, they need an answer.
And this time, Team Spirit have a great call as well. Not spreading a default.
Wow.
Show some initial presence, and it's right towards A main. Madden is going to hustle back to be the first line of defense there.
He's about to be smoked out, so he'll have to change his position or push through the smoke.
And the question becomes how long until Falcons realize this, because there's no nades, there's no footsteps towards B, there's nothing in middle as well, and just now there's the indication,
open.
so good luck.
So
good luck. Guys.
Just like that, Team Spirit slice open the site. Magisk is the only player fighting right now for Falcons.
4v3.
Back, but not enough.
It's just impossible to retake.
And
It's safe
Sunpius
already.
has not moved. Has not moved from the B bomb site. This retake is never even an idea for Falcons. They have to save these weapons for the last round. Outplayed yet again with no options.
We talk about the individual players on Team Spirit, the skill of Donk, the sniper of Shiro.
Face versus Spirit in a best of 5.
Chopper in this in-game winning performance he's had at this event.
And Spirit won against Face the first time.
It's been entertaining.
It's a rematch.
And in the semifinals,
But this time,
after a Zonic timeout,
maybe a more equal playing field. Face Clan has the crowd advantage, I would say, right? Carrying and crowd pleaser, they're going to be on Face Clan's side. And the patch happened since that game as well.
Kills to preserve what weapons,
It
what
may
little
be-
Falcons have to fight with.
We may have a 5
Players
mapper
being
tomorrow,
juggled
boys and
around,
girls.
they'll buy up again.
My
One more
days.
chance to show that Falcons can dent this Spirit attack. Every piece of this Team Spirit team has been impressive on the stage. Chopper's calling, Donk obviously, Zontic standing up when needed most, Magic's with his clutches,
Keep dreaming, Bob.
Shiro delivering goal,
It's a heads-up fight, and Donk goes out with that first. Zontic's with him, and then bursts through middle. Gives the advantages to Team Spirit, but they're short-lived thanks to Sunpius. And now what's the response? Team Spirit have to play this round without Donk. You focus onto the rest of the pack. And they begin their attack.
Magic's down as well.
The front up B.
The 2 top fraggers are down.
Snappy's searching for that opening.
Magic's
holding the angle towards the
Saw's
stairs.
ass.
A preemptive spray, but it doesn't work out.
Oh,
for him.
baited.
It's enough of a distraction to set up Madden. Madden comes around.
Chopper 1v3.
A dent to the attack. This is more of a scratch, but Falcons so desperately needed 3.
Look at Donk, he's looking at Chopper
That might not
IRL.
be enough. Chopper's going to have to wait for this smoke to clear before he can get into play. A 1v3 for the Spirit captain.
He's giving away his position now.
It was pretty well known regardless. Another smoke comes down, so this will draw out a little bit further.
There's a gap on the right side if he wants to push a little further up.
Chopper.
But getting out of the smoke is going to be so difficult. So many angles he's got to worry about.
Chopper looks
Now
like
with that
Liver
utility,
King.
They're going to be primed looking towards him, but he's just trying to separate 1v1 fights, and it's not
Nice
allowed
try.
by Sunpius. Team Spirit looking godlike coming into
Man.
this, trying to force themselves into the grand final.
DHL Bober. Nah, she wants to win that she wants to win that fucking mystery package, huh? No way she'd be glazing like that. Man. Boys, it's an uneven half. Can they make a comeback? Let's find out. Boys, I'm running an ads. We have no ads during the second half. And what could be, and probably is, the last half of the last semi-final. Because FaZe is waiting for the winner of this game in the Grands. Yeah? A best of 5 tomorrow to sweeten up our Sunday afternoon. My days, I'm bricked up already. Boys and girls. And if it's Spirit, we have a rematch once again. I said this before. Spirit the last time fucked FaZe in the ass. We thought FaZe could humble Donk. They absolutely did not. They didn't do shit that day. Yeah? They literally didn't. They just proved everyone right again. Donk 1.83 against FaZe. What the fuck? Leaving Rain speechless at 0.47. Ridiculous. If these teams go in a best of 5, head-to-head, on the new patch, with the crowd, we could be seeing a 5-mapper, boys and girls. Tomorrow is a game for the fucking books. Alright? You need to be there tomorrow, bro. I already tell you to set the fucking timers. Of course, Falcons can still make a comeback. You can keep dreaming. You can keep dreaming. But this looks like a FaZe versus Spirit, bro. On a stack. Look, they're already laughing. What are they laughing about, bro? Wait, Wednesday already? RMR. Oh my fucking god. And we have the matchups. FaZe, first game at the RMR. Na'Vi, G2. The last step before the major. Of course, we're going to watch the RMRs as well. Mods, remind me, I need to talk to PGL, no? I need to see how perms are working this year. I hope it's not the scuffed way again. Fuck. If anyone watching from PGL, please message, please. If I'm already set on it, I don't remember. Okay, let's go. Boys, can Falcons make the comeback? I'm from PGL. You do not have permission. Bro, come on, man. Please. Please, bro. Mr. Yamis, thank you for the 3 months resub. Mr. Ansaf, thank you for the fucking 14 months in a row. Mr. Ajarov, thank you for the 2 months in a row. Mr. Proman, thank you. Mr. Nelly, thank you. Mr. Hazuubi, thank you. Mr. Impas, thank you. Mr. Redcrumb, thank you. Mr. JTech, Mr. Tropical, Mr. Reaperfish, Mr. Ayas, Mr. Ichben, Mr. Flacket, Mr. Tudinato, thank you for the 9 months. Mr. Tim, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Mr. Jonah, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Mr. Janil, It's a Ponzi, Luro, Agent, Cookie, Josie, Riz, Informal, Cities, Alex, Smoke, thank you for the 800 bits. Black Lotus instead of original flower. Lotus Glitter, 9, I would say no.
Counter-Strike can be a story of love, but it can also be one of sorrow. And right now for Falcons, it looks like they are going to suffer that exact fate here in the semi-finals. Down 9-3, they weren't able to recover on Anubis with its exact scoreline, but they have to.
They should show this content in the halftime.
Shift to the T side.
And Snappy was very vocal down the line during that halftime break.
They did before, I don't know why they did that.
Every one of his teammates emphatically telling him exactly how they're going to get back into this.
Damn, they rolled a red.
Well, had a little bit of an engagement.
Here we go, bro.
While y'all were chilling at home. Congratulations to the newly engaged.
What? They married? Yo.
Donk investigating at the CT pistol. Spirit aggressive in middle.
Why are the grand finals though?
And there's the opening kill. It's Magic's 2. Donk goes down, but Shiro wants one more in mid, and that's the bomb on the deck.
They only have a ticket for Saturday, so where?
But fighting back is the final 2 players of Falcons, and now it's just Madden alone in this world, and we have seen him clutch on pistols. The sting is still there from Ants yesterday. This time without the Julies, this time the USP, he disengages back towards the elbow, but he's pushed by it too. And Falcons ain't winning pistol rounds
today. This is a done deal.
It's Team Spirit up to 10, and when double figures run out this early in the second half of MR12, usually that path back is so treacherous.
Shiro plays this just about perfectly. Obviously, Magisk with these 2 initial kills, it's absolutely massive. But when Shiro gets involved in the action, this kill, this one, and then he just hides. Kind of freezes Matt out in the open while he's waiting for his teammate Chopper to rotate over from the A bomb site and makes that an easy 2-on-1. And it looks like with these smiles breaking out that Spirit can start
FaZe versus Spirit is as hype as it gets, no?
Are in the palm of their hand.
Ends would have been cream. Other than that, that's as hype as it gets. The Kings of CS2 versus the newcomers.
Shiro swings out from default. Falcons do not get through. Their wings are clipped today.
Remember, FaZe has 4 trophies under their belt already in CS2.
In captivity. Snappy and Boris have nowhere to go, and they threw everything into this.
And they couldn't even get through the smoke. Zontix just chilling behind it still. Boros in middle going to go on a mission in Red Room. But one already lies in wait. That's Magic's. He's even got Shiro joining up with him just in case. But this flank is going to go nowhere.
Yeah, he's got too many angles to worry about, and once he makes a step further, he is dead. Oh! IEM as well. Just get the extra bullets in the body because they are...
The round isn't even over. He just did that for the fucking enemy who just died, not even for the crowd.
The zombie's not going to stand back up.
Yeah.
That was personal.
I mean, Team Spirit throughout the group stages, they came in with a statement performance, and we got to open the tournament commentating Dog.
That was for the death cam only.
Time, but we had expectations. He exceeded them. And now we're in the playoffs. There just doesn't seem to be any stop to madness.
Magic kills him. Please.
Any opponent that's thrown at him. We've had FaZe in the group stages. Now we're throwing them up against Falcons.
We got to start inventing more things to challenge him with. We got to
all 4 spray to that buddy. All 4, please.
Goalposts.
Stop.
He's knocked them all down.
Maybe the only person that can beat Donk is Donk himself.
Well, that was the whole idea of him on the stage. Would he get into his own head? Would he crumble under the pressure? And no.
He doesn't take his hands out of his pockets until he's up on the stage.
11-3. Spirit just 2 rounds away from a grand finals berth.
Here we go.
Up against FaZe Clan tomorrow.
Dude, best of 5, Chad. Is Spirit's map pool big enough for that?
Falcons sprint through the double doors.
Their roster is kind of new.
Throwing everything they can at this attack.
FaZe had best of 5s before, with 4 of those 5 players.
Boros comes off the ledge. Chopper in Jaguar. Oh, holds down. It's awkward. How has he got away with that second? It looked like he ran out of ammo, but the last bullet perforates the skull of Boros.
Disgusting.
And Falcons are feeling this as their final blows.
Disgusting.
They are winded. There's no breath. There's no life inside of Falcons. They will not
Falcons
soar in
should
the
see the bright side in this, though. At least they're flying home in first class.
Utility.
Well,
walk up and see what you can get. That's the only option. Snappy's trying to be loud and take some attention away from Sunpius on the ramp. It's not working. Double peaked at the worst possible moment.
None of the kills, none of the fights going Falcons' way. Snappy now detected towards Cave, and they all swing in. Spirit are unrelenting. They are savage.
1 round.
And now Falcons go into a purchase that is now likely to be their final purchase.
Donk's first appearance at a Tier 1 tournament, and he makes it to the Grand Finals.
Spirit is playing so well. They have earned this Grand Finals spot.
I did not have Spirit on my radar.
As you mentioned, everyone that's been put in front of him in this group stage, all the way to the playoffs.
Not to this level.
It's only FaZe that lies in wait. For Falcons, it's too early for this project.
It's crazy.
For Karrigan, it's his 4th final at the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice. And for Donk,
he's like the Nexa of G2.
Prestige event.
Donk is Spirit.
The juxtaposition, what is going to be our 2 finalists, is incredible.
And he's going to leave this as the best first-time performance on the IEM Katowice stage.
It's looking like it might be the best performance ever on a debut top-tier event. He is looking that good at the moment. The future is bright. The future is Donk. And Falcons come into play
no fun allowed. Sorry.
With pots and pans. It's Galil's, AKs, and Max 10s.
Well, he made a mistake there, so we'll chalk that one up.
This is my stream, bro.
Miss Smoke.
That's what you get, bro.
Magic's play down ramp.
Off support as well. Shiro's coming over, but Magix looks like he wants to give it up, so doesn't want to keep in the aggressive stance. He's going to spot ahead over the top and takes down Boros. Unsuspecting. Made to follow up, does a little bit of damage.
GGs. Let me see them
Magic
gaze.
stays aggressive, and
Let me
now
see
he's
them
got Shiro
grr.
peeking with him, and even though he takes damage, Madden's not going to want to push forward either.
There is a red room flank coming in, but there's so many players for Spirit, they can look at that surely. Magix does take out Magix. But under a minute now left at this point.
Okay.
The Falcons are still fighting in this one. Sampai's headshot.
Falcons fans, keep your head high. You only need 9 in a row, 14.
He can sandwich in Magix with Donk. We don't see Donk losing many of the peaks. He might not even have to as Zontix comes around the back. It's another step closer to closing this one out. 35 seconds remain.
We need a Donk interview.
There's no openings for Falcons either.
And Donk's back at A.
Exactly. That shift over is perfect. So they're going to throw a little bit of utility to make Team Spirit feel like they're repositioning to the other side of the map. And it works. It pulls Shiro over, but Zontix is still here. Wow. And he's been just fine in these moments.
Sorry, Falcons.
Despite
you sent
all
Ensom,
the experience,
and this is what you get.
Despite all of the greatness, Falcons will fall to Spirit.
Who's gonna humble him?
To Donk. For the first time, they take those
They
steps.
tried. They got dunked. Navi tried. They got dunked.
Walk up together. Team Spirit
Falcons in the semis. They got fucking dunked.
Donk is through to the final.
CS2 tries with an update. Pica's advantage fixed. They got dunked.
Walks in the footsteps of Monacy.
Who's gonna do
Making
it?
the grand final on his first Intel Extreme
Bro,
Masters Katowice appearance.
I need to see Spirit versus Big Clan.
But now the question stands. Will he take one step further?
It's going to be a very tough test. But here today, at least they get a pass with flying colors. That was no stress. That was no issue. They melted through this Falcons team.
Look, Sonic, full respect.
They didn't even see him in position.
He knows he just shook a Prodigy's hand, bro.
Falcons and Zonic know they've got some work to do. It's been the conversation, a long-term project as they try and put these pieces together. And Team Spirit today was just far too much for them to handle.
This team is absolutely full of Team Spirit.
Ooh. Don't let the cheat scene in your glasses.
Now that's what I call Team Spirit. As semi-final performances go, that is as dominating as it gets.
Magic took his glasses off.
Yes, it is.
Talk me through it then. When you take on a team and you win so convincingly, does that help you ahead of a grand final, knowing you've got a best of 5 against FaZe tomorrow?
Well, sometimes winning easily against your opponent isn't a great thing to have, because once you get a bad start, it will be rough to come back. So actually, yeah, we're winning easily, but you know, we need to be ready for a hard game.
What do you prepare ahead of a best of 5 tomorrow in a grand final here in Katowice? So what are you prepared tonight ahead of tomorrow?
100
No
paces.
idea.
All right. One last question, a word about Donk. We're talking about it being the greatest ever debut
God, we need an
performance on a
interview.
big stage. What is it like playing alongside him?
If you never try, you never know what it is like.
Man, here we go. Team Spirit, they make it through to the finals tomorrow. We'll see them in a best of 5. Thank you very much.
G fucking G, man. 1 second, Magic.
Spirit relentless in play-ins, absolutely unforgiving in groups, and turns out monsters on stage here at the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice. So that grand final spot secured for Team Spirit, and it comes down to that
They're gonna interview Donk. I think it's gonna be on the desk.
In a best of 5.
In a best of 5
Hey, but-
grand final input, you're right, Freya.
Bro, I have
We
Donk
to
added on
imagine
Discord. I wanted to
Spirit have
watch a
lost
game with him.
only one map
He would have
in
been
the
down. He
entire
said he doesn't
campaign
speak English.
in Katowice. Has been as
If he's on the
dominant
desk
as he
now,
can possibly be.
talking
All
fucking
of the statements
Cambridge
that we
level
have
C
made
English, I'm
prior
gonna
to this
snap.
incredible test that was supposed to be the stage have remained true. The best Counter-Strike we've seen so far. More than one individual, although an absolute genius of the game, but multiple players capable of having impactful moments.
Chat,
Great
BO5
great
versus
lead
FaZe.
from Chopper as well, changing the pace.
That's gonna be
hitting with the
disgusting,
strategies
bro.
Here and there, knowing when to slow down as well. A couple of these moments, baiting the impatience from Falcons.
They
At this
already
point in
won
time,
against FaZe.
Are we ready to accept that maybe, just maybe, Spirit is favorite?
I don't know yet. Okay, we talked about this
I
before.
mean, they have
you
to
know,
be
every step of
favorites,
the way,
no?
you doubted them. Okay, is this the time that we say, okay, maybe they can do it?
The only thing that I'm scared of.
We saw FaZe not at their best.
By the way, I don't even know
If
who
we
I'm
see the
cheering
FaZe
for,
that we had
but
yesterday and today, if we see, you know,
FaZe's
Falcons was able to
BO5
push
map
them
pool
on
is going to be
Anubis,
so
and
much
Falcons
stronger than
after
ours, no?
yesterday
And
were
then
not looking that
Spirits is
great.
fuck. Why do I keep
So,
saying
you
this?
know, it's still up in the air.
You're right.
I think
I'm
it's
getting ahead of
still
Each
myself.
team can only
FaZe,
ban
I don't
one
know,
map,
they've
bro.
won like 5 of the last 7 events, and they got like top 2 in all of them.
This was the last time they played, and it was at Katowice as well.
Your classic, isn't it? But
13 to 10.
Context, just for a moment, for both Chopper
And then
Magix,
13
right?
to
They've been
5
in
on
this
FaZe's
spirit
map
for
pick. That is
such a long time.
disgusting, bro.
Imagine having this many puzzle pieces coming together.
My
at the
fucking
perfect
hell.
opportune moment. You're talking about
Like
individuals
how,
on
bro?
point. You're talking about the strats as well, just looking so deadly for them.
Tomorrow's gonna be ridiculous, bro. Chat, I have not been as hyped. There he is. 9, no way. He's gonna talk.
Hello, Dog.
Hi.
How you doing? How are you?
Good, very good.
Okay.
Congratulations. Obviously, it's the first time that we've had you up here, so
He's
thank
nervous
you
as
so
hell, bro.
much for joining us. Tell me what it was like on that stage. Did you feel the
You
nerves
must feel
at all?
uncomfortable.
Like before the game, I was so nervous.
I don't want to cast, so I
Very
don't feel
nervous,
comfortable.
But inside the game, all good.
Oh my God.
I mean, it looked that way. You were looking so dominant.
They
Tell
forced
me
him,
about
Kurt.
how you were preparing when you were walking onto that stage, right? Because it's very different than, you know, sitting down at the group stage on your PCs. You've got to do walkouts, you've got to do interviews and stuff. What was that process like?
Nothing special. I'm just listening my music and just preparing for the match.
Boss.
You have a lot of
Bro, his
experienced
English is
teammates
good,
with
though.
you. Chopper has a lot of experience. Shiro has a lot of experience. Did they talk to you about what this was going to be? Did you guys talk together, mentally prepare for this stage match?
I'm not sure. A little bit, but I knew how it was like, how it will be like.
Awesome.
Was there ever a point in time on Anubis that you were getting scared that, oh, Falcons might beat us on this map?
No, not really.
Just full force, believing in the team. Whenever we see you guys arriving together as a team, Magix, he's got his arm around you, might be Zontex. Tell me about the vibe of the team. What's it like to be a part of?
Very good vibe, I don't know. We are very friendly, very kind people, so all good.
And tell me about FaZe tomorrow. First of all, best of 5. How do you feel about that? Potentially 5 maps.
We played best of 5 already against Virtus Pro, so like we have no some expectation from this. Just we're gonna play our game and that's it.
I would like to ask about you specifically. The whole Counter-Strike world is excited about watching you play the game. Everybody's talking about you. How does that make you feel to have all that attention on you and your game?
It's very cool for me. It means a lot for me. Everyone, I'm just reading comments and I see all this support. So
they win
I'm
tomorrow.
glad for this.
They win.
And I really appreciate it.
You made an interview and you said you felt like people like Simple or
the maps that
were
they
a bit ahead of you, but
usually don't play
now,
right
the way you play,
is,
do you
correct me
feel
if I'm
like
wrong,
the best in the world?
No.
we haven't seen Mirage today. They
My
fucked
team
VP on Mirage.
is very good.
Anubis,
so
they let happen today in the
they
BO3.
helped me a lot.
They fucked them today.
So because of them, I'm playing like this.
Overpriced VP's
I see
best
so
map.
many similarities between Zywoo's
Spirit did a good
answers
job.
in the initial
Nah,
interviews
bro.
we had
Listen,
with him
sorry.
and your answers. You're so humble as a player. Going up against FaZe, obviously beat them 2-0 in group stage. What's your confidence level at for tomorrow?
Like default, I don't know. Like the FaZe is very good team. I think their true power is showing on this big stage. So it will be super interesting for me.
You said Rain was the player you had your eye on last time. Is there a different player?
No.
Still Rain?
Yeah.
Watch out, Rain.
The entries is out there. You said FaZe power is on the stage. How do you feel about your team on the stage, on a stage like that? How do you feel you guys are feeling on that stage when the match is live?
I don't know about guys, but from my opinion, all the same as we are playing in studio, so all good.
I mean, you made it look really easy. You made it look so simple. Donk, I'm going to give you the opportunity. That's your camera there. If you want to say anything to any of the fans at home, you can say it in Russian.
Hi guys, I'll say in Russian. Спасибо всем, кто меня поддерживает. Я это очень сильно ценю. Спасибо вам огромное. Это помогает очень сильно мне и моей команде. Всех люблю, обнимаю. That's it.
Dog, absolute pleasure to have you up here. Congratulations. Really looking forward to seeing you playing FaZe tomorrow, but it's time to check in with our DHL MVP.
What do you say, though?